Alright, what's happening YouTube? This is Charles, and originally I wanted to do an unboxing of this, the Sportsman's Guide shipment. However, I was interrupted and stopped the video, but this might be slightly better than my original intentions. So let me show you what we have here, just so if you want to watch this stuff or not. So let's start here. This is a Swedish Army Wire Cutter. Over here we have a Swiss Army sleeping bag liner made from fleece. We have a Swiss Army, they call it like a bird bag or something like that. But anyway, these things are larger than I thought, and I think it'll be very useful for me. And it was a 2-pack. And the last one we have here is an Italian, I don't know if it's an ammo pouch, but anyway, it's a nylon pouch. And this thing is brand new, never used. Same thing with these. These were listed as used. They don't look used ever. It's in perfect condition. These things are ridiculously tough. This thing was listed as used. This does not look like it was ever used. And lastly, this said it was used, but it's in excellent condition. I think it may have been washed once. There's no smell that I can detect, although I don't smell very well. But it's ridiculously good stuff. So let's talk about prices. I believe this was $10.97 on these wire cutters. And that's a great deal, considering that if you went to like Home Depot, this thing would be, for their little mini bolt cutters, would be $15 or $16 before tax. And I had a video, which you may have seen, on a used set that I got. And that thing was probably around $15 to $17 after shipping, taxes, and all that good stuff. And getting some brand new ones, this is ridiculous. You know what I'm missing here though is the oh no, I'm not missing it. It does have the pistol strap or tool strap on here. This is leather, never been used. Same with this case. You can see the 3 crowns on side of there. It's a little bit dry. I'm gonna have to treat this with some Obanoffs, but I mean, for this price and what we're looking at, this is a great deal. Now, I cannot guarantee that yours will be unused like mine, because they are listed as used, but I was happily surprised about this item specifically. My old one, I decided I was going to use them to cut 4-gauge hog wire or hog fence, and they did do the job, but because it's a little bit too large for this item, it did end up, I ended up ruining them pretty much. So I would say that this is a definite win. I do use these things around home, and if I'm going somewhere where I think I'm going to cut metal or stuff like that, these things are great. So that's a great deal. Same thing would be with this Swiss bird game bag, which was listed as used. These have never been used. It's ridiculous. Let's look at some measures here on this. So this thing is almost 10 inches height, we are looking at 11 inches wide. And let's look at the depth on this. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, no tripod. I know some of you really hate it when I don't use a tripod. But this thing is 3 3/4 depth. It is ventilated, so I'm not sure why it's ventilated. I don't know if this was originally supposed to be like a gas mask bag. I'm not sure why you'd ventilate it, but anyway, there's 2 compartments inside of here. It's actually a divider, so on the bottom there's no separation, so it's not sewn into the bottom. But this will be very useful. It is vinyl coated, and because it's vinyl coated and it's nylon on the inside, this thing is super durable. So I have shown at least one video where I had the gas mask bag, which is very small. This thing is much larger than what I was picturing on the pictures on Sportsman's Guide. You have this adjustable shoulder bag, or excuse me, strap, and you've got this snap here, which I believe, I was not in the Swiss Army, so I'm not sure, but I believe that this is just to fasten it onto your duty belt. Pass it through here, give it some extra so it doesn't, you know, sway, or when you're walking, this thing is just moving from your body. So I think this will be very useful, and I don't think you can lose on this. I believe this is about $15 for a 2-pack used. Even if they're used, they're going to be in great condition because this stuff is like almost indestructible. So that's an idea for you. Let's look closer at this Italian pouch. So it's just an open pouch. What I really like about this though is you do have this Velcro here, and you can secure the contents inside of there so they don't spill out of the top. Of course, on the top you can see this Velcro, so I can fold this over. So this is ballistic nylon. This will work well with my Alice pack, and obviously with my 2 Italian Alpini rucksacks. It is larger than that magazine pouch that I showed you before. And that was the intent of this. I believe now though this was about $10. I think right now they're trying to clearance those out at a 2-pack for $10. So I either missed the boat on that deal, or they only shipped me one. It's not that big of a deal because I don't think I'll use more than one at a time. But it's got Alice clips on here, and my intention was to put this on one of my Alpini rucksacks, just so I've got slightly more storage and organization. I can put this on that main strap on the front of them. A little more detail on this Fleece liner, sleeping bag liner. This thing is made very well, and for the price I think it's cheaper than what you can buy something new, and the craftsmanship on this is ridiculous. Now I'm pretty sure this is made in Switzerland. However, I cannot confirm that. Regardless of that, I think this will work very well. I am going camping, hiking, and stuff in Idaho. I think I may just use this as my sleeping bag because the temperatures are going to be at least in the 80s, maybe into the 90s next week when I do go on this. So I'll see how it goes, but I always carry some Poncho Liners around the where you have the cord to tighten this. It is olive green. The rest is kind of that royal blue type of color. I don't really care. Nobody's going to see it. I'm not really going to see it. If it's inside of a sleeping bag, who cares? There's no smell on this as well, which is pretty good. And it doesn't really look like it's been washed much, if at all. There's a little bit of balling on the bottom here, but that might be from storage. But I would say all 4 of these items that I specifically received are excellent, and I don't think you go wrong if you bought these. You can use these bags for a multitude of uses, and I do expect to use these. If you guys have any questions or comments on any of these, I will respond as soon as I can, and I appreciate you for watching. Thank you.